The concept of a specific side on the US-Mexico boundary was omitted previous on Donald Trump card's chairmanship, his outbound head of personnel John Kelly says. Mr. Trump card done the concept of a continuous side on the boundary a key collateral of the begin of his president campaigning in 2015. But by proverb the concept of a specific side was sacked length back, Mr. Kelly emerging to contravene the CEO. Mr. Trump card has tweeted the period side 59 times the monthly one. Mr. Kelly will keep the Whites building on environment following 17 months. Outgoing, he gave a uncommon interviewing to the LA Times, published on Saturday, in that he named the part a ivory-crushing difficult work. The ex-Sea Housing General was initially equipped as Mr. Trump card's Motherland Safety Secretariat proper head of personnel in July 2017. As quickly as he did so, he said the LA Times, he desired consultation of such who in fact safe the boundary. They told, so, we requirement a natural obstacle in specific places, we requirement technique through the executive board, and we requirement more than human beings, he told. The CEO yet says side, often openly same'll say obstacle or swordsmanship, now same's tended in the direction steel slats. But we leftward a continuous specific side previous on in the authority, while we requested human beings which they necessary and wherever they necessary it. I would construct a large side, and no based walls superior rather than me, trust me, and I'll construct them really inexpensively, I will construct a large side on our southern boundary. And I will include Mexico pay for how side. These were the speech Mr. Trump card tell on June 16, 2015 as he start up his president campaigning. At the identical period, he named Mexico rapists and narcotic dealers were incoming the U.S. In the previous months of his campaigning, he attacked competing Jeb Bush for inviting his suggestion a fencing. Jeb Bush fair talked on my boundary suggestion to construct a fencing. It's not a fencing, Jeb, it's a side, and down there's a big distinction. In January, Mr. Trump card told the concept had not modified with its concept and how it was yet really lot aside, in one caution. The side is the side, it has never modified or developed of the at first day I planned of it. Components will be, of need, see via and it was never designed to be constructed in areas wherever down there is nature protect such as mountains, wastelands, or hard rivers, or water supply. His color has modified with later, though just in the history year. While newcomer prototypes for the side in March, how turned on big specific options, he told thou include to aware which's on the some party of the side. Later in September, he told it was a mix of swordsmanship and walls. The side, that is already by building in the shape of new reconstruction of old and current fences and walls, will go on to be constructed. Mr. Trump card has with recognized it will not be a specific side, but quite masterfully intended steel slats, although he continues to relate to it as a side and not a fencing. The Democrats are proverb noisy and precise how they do not wish to construct a specific side, but we are not house a specific side, we are house masterfully intended steel slats, so how you can readily see via it. It should be sharpened out too how Mr. Kelly oneself had told previous in the Trump card chairmanship how it would be a side, and not a fencing. Down there will be the natural side and later components of the side how you can in fact see via since it will trust on sensors and some technique, he said Fox News story in February 2017. Mr. Trump card is fighting to get the financing necessary to begin house the side. Since convention was not capable to accept a financing transactions how turned on the funding of the side, the U.S. by the government went in a fractional shut-up Yuletide how has yet not been solved. But in Democrats' take monitoring of the building of representatives on Thursday, the chances of a transactions creature affected are potential to be though more than remote. The challenge in receive adoption for the side has created condemnation amongst several Trump card loyalists. Order Wing observer Ann Opener, writer of In Trump Card We Confidence, newly forecasted he will not be de-elected. Out of a side, he will just be memorable as a little animation drawing who brief sore and surprised the crowd, she wrote.